Hey YouTubers, Osak here on Sunday, August the 13th, coming to you. And today I'm going to be talking about one of my cowboy rifles. So I got my hot weather straw hat on here for you. It's been pretty hot down here in San Antonio. Been over 100 degrees almost every day. Got up to 106 one day. And I know there's some places out there hotter, but it's pretty darn hot for me. It's actually nice and cool today. It was only 92 degrees, I think. We've got an overcast day here, so a little cooler when I took the dog for a walk. Today I want to show you something I installed, and I installed it on my Rossi R92 357 Magnum rifle, and this is the gizmo that I installed along with this blank here that went in to replace where the rear sight came out. Of course, this is my 24-inch diagonal or octagonal barreled 357 Magnum. Okay, and it's got the 12 round 357 Magnum 12 round magazine tube on it. And of course, previously I've replaced the rear add-on safety, as you can see here, with a little button. And I talked about this in another video. And I also replaced the magazine follower, which is a stock one, is a plastic one, yellow plastic, and I put a stainless steel follower in the magazine tube previously. But today it's all about this little puppy right here. And this is a Marbles Tang sight. And I have the model number and everything for you. I got the box, I'll show you. But it's fully adjustable, so you can adjust elevation and windage. Okay? And so to install that, I'm not going to show you. It's YouTube, right? But in order to install that, I drifted out the stock buckhorn, semi-buckhorn rear sight that comes on it, which are not bad sights. But I wanted this just to increase the sighting radius and also make it a little easier for these old eyes to be able to shoot better at longer range with this particular gun. But basically I drifted out the rear sight, and always go, when you're removing it, right to left, and when you're putting it back on, left to right. Okay, that's the rule. And generally, because the dovetail is cut such that well, they install it that way, so you want to follow that paradigm, I guess you could say. All right, so I took that out. Actually, before I took it out, I installed this. Now, the tang on the rifles is already drilled and tapped for this. It already has the holes with the screws, so I just removed the screw. You do need to get a new set of screws, okay? And I got this from Midway, by the way. So you want to order the screw set for the Rossi 92. And so I removed the stock screws, and then I replaced them with the screw set that I bought and installed this. Then I adjusted this based on the, where the sight was set, because I had taken this to the range and sighted it in, and so I had it set up so that it was shooting the point of aim. So I just basically lined that up. Then I drifted this off. So now I already have this sighted in. Okay, makes sense? And so it's really a cool sight. These are very nice. They're, I think 120 bucks, I forget, something like that, for that sight, but worth every penny. Really, really, really nice. And I'll show you the box for the sight. Put the rifle down here. So this is what the box looks like, okay? And let me show you the sticker on the end here that shows the model number and all that. I'll hold that still for you. So it's called a Peep Tang, and then there's the number. All right. Again, I got mine from Midway USA, and along with the sight itself, which does come with, by the way, 3 apertures in a bag like this. So it gives you, this is a target aperture. You can see it's got a really tiny little pinhole in it. And then it also has another larger aperture for quicker, closer in, quicker shots, and then I put the medium-sized one on. And they just screw and unscrew into the top of the sight. Okay, and so it came with that. And so if yours doesn't have that in the box, it's supposed to. All right, and also I got a screw set that looks like this, except of course the other mounting screw is a little bit bigger than this plug screw, and this one's a little bit longer. These are the stock screws. Okay, when I replace something, I always put the stock stuff into the box of whatever the sight is or thing is that I replaced it with. And so I've got, you know, rear king sights here. All right, and so that's that. Again, Midway USA. And again, it's fully adjustable. You can see it's got windage elevation over here, and if you rotate the barrel here, that shaft goes up and down, and you can adjust it for elevation that way. So really nice, and of course it increases, like I said earlier, the sight radius, which will make it more precise. Okay, so people are often amazed by what you can do. You can hit things out to 400 yards with a sight like this. Of course, you got to know where to set that, and some people will put like little marks on the shaft indicating different, you know, ranges, so you can do that. Maybe just scratch it a little bit or something. So there's different things, but these are really nice sights. It's not the only one I have. There are other models. Lyman makes a model, but it's not. I don't believe it's windage adjustable. It's only elevation adjustable, so you have to set the windage and just be happy with that. But I like these. These are like the deluxe version, if you will. And of course, you know, people might want to see it. You can see it clears the bolt, so that's as far back as the bolt goes. So it definitely clears it. And you can fold it down like that, keep it out of the way when you're not using it. And it does maintain its position when you do that. Okay? And again, the blank is just a blank. And again, I put that in left to right. Very tight fit, I will say. But anyway, it just kind of finishes it off and makes it look nice. And, oh, one thing, when I took the dang side off, you can see right back here some little rub marks. Not too bad. I mean, if I get some bluing, I can touch that up. But it's not really a big deal. But if you put a piece of paper or something under that when you drift it off, it'll prevent that. So I forgot to do that. Anyway, a little pro tip there. All right, so that's it. And again, this is my Rossi R92 357 rifle, which means it has the crescent butt plate steel, of course, and the 24-inch octagonal barrel with the end cap, the longer forearm, and of course the barrel secured by this dovetailed mount here and screw in the end instead of a barrel band. So alright, so that's the rifle. If you haven't seen it or don't want to see the other video, that's what those look like. Really nice. I love this gun. It was very accurate. And again, just to remind those maybe who aren't as familiar, this is what the 357 mag looks like that it shoots. And it will shoot 38 special as well. Okay? And the only thing with 38 special is you do need to make sure the bullets are seated out long enough, because it can only go down to a certain length of cartridge and still cycle properly. Okay? You can put them into the chamber one by one and they'll cycle fine. But if you want it to work through the magazine and cycle as you lever the action, the cartridge needs to be long enough to do that. And so some 38s have like really short-seated bullets, and they can give it trouble. Some rifles have no problem with them. It's just a matter of your particular individual rifle, how they will act with those. Okay, so that's it. And in the future, I'll have a shooting video showing how accurate it is. I'll shoot it maybe at 50 yards or 100 yards and see if we can get that on camera. Got to get a camera. I still need to get like a vlogger camera or something to take to the range. So the iPhone works, but not too well. Anyway, thanks everybody. Appreciate you, and stay cool.